Hi everyone, we're having issues with YouTube. There's something not happening that's really frustrating. So we did start a live, but for some reason it wasn't actually working. We've gone through all the settings and everything's set up, but for some reason it's not working. So we thought
Comment down below if you know how to work it.
I think we're just going to have to mess around with the operating system that we access YouTube for lives. I'm really sorry that it just didn't work. It was not happening for us no matter what we did. It just wasn't happening. So I do apologise. So we thought that I'd just back up my phone and we'll do a live here on Facebook, and then we'll just upload it to YouTube later. So I do apologise for everything that's, it hasn't quite gone the way we wanted it to go. We've got to mess around a little bit more with the operating system to access YouTube. So I do apologise, but to all the subscribers, we'll work it out. Don't stress.
We've got 5 people watching right now.
We do, and that's awesome. Thank you so much.
6.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you're just joining us, I really apologise. We haven't been able to get the operating system to access YouTube. So don't stress. We'll do this thing now.
We'll fix it.
We will fix it. So if you guys if you see us go live a couple times today on YouTube, you'll know we're messing around with it. So definitely jump on and
we're trying to fix it.
That's right, and we're just trying to work out how it works and what's happening. So definitely comment on it when we do the live.
This is my first time being on YouTube. This is not his first time being on YouTube because you have your own channel.
I do, yes, but you have your own channel now too.
Yeah.
But we're doing this one together. So today, the whole idea of today was to discuss how to have the important conversations with your kids, and this was something that Patrick actually made up one day, that things were not going quite his way and things weren't working out the way he planned for the day, and it all sort of fell apart. So he was having a tough day, and in general, when kids have tough days, as parents, we want to save them and we want to know everything that's happening with them, and sometimes that comes with challenges because from our point of view as a parent, there is going to be some things that we want to control. So in this instance, the whole idea was for him to be able to express himself and discuss what was happening for him without any dramas, without any consequences, without any problems. So Patrick, you want to tell us a bit about how you come up with this idea and what it is?
I came up with it
because
it was a good idea to do it.
Yeah, what was it?
Because it was called Hot Dog Emergency and Ice Cream Emergency. And if you have problems with your kids, you can do that with your child.
So the idea was to come up with a code word, right?
Yeah, code word.
Yeah, a code word that you could say to mum and dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was the idea behind that? How'd you come up with it?
I came up with it with my favourite food and a hot dog, and that was Dad's one. And because I was thinking of it, I was saying hot dog to Dad, and then I said hot dog emergency, and then there's all these.
So you had another one for Mum. What was Mum's again?
Ice cream emergency, and she made that one up because she said I like dessert and it's ice cream.
I'm just gonna have to change my hand on this phone because it's a bit painful. So yeah, cool. So that actually works out really good, because now we know that when he says to us, hey, I've got a hot dog emergency or an ice cream emergency, that we know that this is important and we need to be listening and paying attention. And there's no judgment. There can be no problems. We're not here to solve any problem. And we learned that early on, that we can't solve any problem here when it comes to this. The idea is to just help him out and help guide him, to help him make his own decisions, really, because it's your life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my life.
Yeah, it is. And so what were some of the things that we discussed? Well, we discussed some bullying stuff.
We discussed... Well, the first thing we discussed in the hot dog emergency was about when I was on a plane and I was 4. And there was all these different things, like there were Pokemon. I saw Pikachu, and now I know what Pikachu is, a Pokemon.
Well, it was a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But that was a general thing. We sort of talk about all different types of stuff in those hot dog emergencies, and And the idea is you guys come up with a code word with your kids, and the idea is for them to have a safe place. I mean, you feel safe when we discuss that stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
And we can't control it. You know, as parents, we want to know everything, and we can't sometimes. So the best thing we could ever do is to give and arm our kids with the tools that they need, so that they can go and do the thing, whatever it is that they're doing, and navigate through life. So, and Patrick seems to be doing that really well. And so when we're talking about some of the things that we discussed, we did talk about some bullying stuff. And some of that stuff was, I mean, you've been a bully before, and you've been bullied. And he's been on both spectrums of it all. So, both ends of the spectrum.
The worst expective I ever been bullied of is I'm just hanging out with a friend, Christopher.
No. We don't use names here. So,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter about what happened, okay? What matters is what we do next, yeah?
Yeah.
And so how... You got some support from people at school, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got some support from home.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's really the key here, isn't it? To support each other. Yeah? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. And how do you feel when we have those hot dog emergencies and ice cream emergency? How do you feel when you're having those
Safe.
conversations? Yeah, safe, cool. And do you feel like we're helping you or not?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah? And what's the best piece of advice you ever got in one of those conversations, do you think?
None really.
None really? See, we're not that good. Me and Joe are just not that good.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet, because I don't want to be mean and saying who's the best one talking with.
No. Neither one's... Because you're going to talk about different things with each of us, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'll be completely honest with you, neither me or Joanne share what is discussed in those conversations. So it's just for those two, or it's just for me and Patch. We don't share it with each other. We don't need to. You know, we just...
We got our first like on this video.
Yeah, we got our first like. Yeah, cool. So that's really, I mean, being able to be connected to your kids is really, really important. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And the relationship changes. You think that our relationship's better now after we have the hot dog emergency? Yeah. Because he feels heard and feels validated. And that's the whole point. You know, if you're a parent, you really got to validate your kids. And with life, the way how hectic it can be, it's really hard to make sure you have time. And so the idea here is that we give time when he needs it. And so if he says it, if we can't do it right there and then, we schedule, don't we? So most of the time we do it at night, don't we? Before you go to bed. And then the next day he wakes up and he's got a plan of attack for the next day. Or maybe he doesn't. Because sometimes some problems we can't solve, can we? Sometimes it's just too big. Would you agree?
Yeah, I was sleeping in my bed. I usually don't sleep in my bed for that for like 2 hours long.
You sleep in your bed all night.
I know, but once it's morning, I saw this morning. I was like, nah, I don't want to deal with this. 1 hour, and then I wake up and I'm still asleep, and then this happens. I'm still playing what I want to do, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm not ready yet.
So we got a comment from Val. How you going, Val? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it is important to have open communication with your kids. It's tough, you know. It's tough to fit it all in. It really is. Life can knock you around a bit, and lucky Patch come up with this idea. It was his idea that he came up with, so that he knew that we would listen to him, and there was time for him. Wouldn't you agree? And it was cool, man. It was cool, and some of the conversations have been really cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You want to say hello to Laura? Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Val. Hi, Belinda. Who else has been watching? So we've had Tim, Knackers, Ricky, Sam. Remember Sammy? How you guys going? Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, so that's really it. I do apologise that we couldn't get YouTube going. So if you see us going live on YouTube today, it'll be us messing around with it.
Yeah, so just don't watch it because we're just fixing
or watch it and comment. Watch it and comment while we're messing around. It could be quite funny, actually.
Yeah.
All the tests. So that's really it. So, Hot Dog Emergency, come up with a code word for you and your kids so that you guys
And
can have
also
a
you
response.
can pick anything like an animal, or you can pick poo on toast.
Poo on toast, there you go.
You say if I want for breakfast for toast.
So there's lots of different things. Think about the like your favourite animals, like you're saying, Patch. Favourite animals, favourite toys, favourite food.
Pokemon.
Favourite Pokemon. Don't even get me started on Pokemon. Jeez. And that's really it. So thank you guys again. I do apologise for the YouTube mess up. We'll work it out and it'll all be solved next time. But thank you. You enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, I enjoyed.
He's pretty excited doing these
This
videos.
is my second one.
This is your second Facebook Live, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And
All
if
right.
I hit 2 million subscribers, I'll be happy for the 2 million subscribers, and you will be the best. And you might be the lucky last 200.
Wow. Soon he'll, if he gets his own way, he'll be creating merch and all that type of stuff and selling that on YouTube. Wow. So thank you guys. See you on the next YouTube video when we get it all up and going. I do apologise again for those, because I know that there was a few people waiting to get on. And yeah, there was 3 people at
Even
least
my
trying to get
mum.
on. Yeah. So you guys have a great Australia Day weekend, and we'll catch up soon. See you on the next video.
Yeah.
You want to say goodbye?
Bye.
See ya.